You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. What up, man? This is your boy, Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. And today, we're talking to an amazing independent creator. There's a dope fire project out right now on Kickstarter, right, called imPURRfect Webpop. We're going to learn all about this project and how you could help even fund it to get some more incentives because this bad boy is already funded. My man here is the illustrator, the writer, the creator, the whole shebang. And he working with some great people. Let me introduce the one, the only, the amazing Sidney Alan Davidson, baby. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing well, Al. Thank you.
Nah, but we're here to rock and roll, kiddo. You got a fire project, which we'll be showing off in a little bit. I see the people you're working with on this, so amazing. First off, a big hats off and salute to my big homie Melissa Mazaris from Don't Hire PR for connecting us. Great agency. If you're a creator, check them out, don'thirepr.com. So, Sidney, origin story time, kiddo. It's coming to this podcast. I need to know where you from, where you at, and of course, what was the first thing in fandom that you ever fell in love with?
Yeah, I'm from Gainesville, Florida, which is a college town in north central Florida. So there's no beach here, but yeah, it's where I grew up. Big university town. A lot of people come and go. I'm right now I'm married. I have 3 cats and one very famous cat, and I have a son. And yeah, my first thing in fandom, I think, was being obsessed with the Christopher Reeves Superman movies.
Which one got you starting from the first?
Yeah, it was the first one. Was the first one I saw. I don't think I didn't even know 4 existed until I was like a teenager. And I think I watched 1 and 2 a lot. Yeah.
You don't want to watch 4.
Yes.
Not even 3. 2 is like a pass, but after that, it's like, come on, guys, stop. The nuclear man. They didn't even never use this guy in the comic books either. Right, Harley, poor guy. That was funny.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, in your fandom growing up in your hood, were you alone or did you have a tribe?
And like growing up, there wasn't a ton of my friends that loved comics. There's a lot of my friends like video games. I'd play video games with them. But comics, that was like my thing that I got fixated on, especially as like an adolescent. As a kid, I don't think I had the patience or attention span, but as an adolescent, I really got fixated. Yeah, so, like Frank Quitely's We3, the Max. Yeah.
So you didn't put your friends on to and trick them into video games based on comic book properties?
No, I tried to get people into the Max. They couldn't get into it, but that was my thing. That blew my mind. I couldn't believe so.
Talk to me about the discovery of the Max in your life. How did you even find it? Was it comic book or was it the TV how you found it first?
It was the TV. It was definitely the TV. I think there was this like tape of Liquid Television at Blockbuster, and
you say Blockbuster. I still got my Blockbuster, bro. I still got mine.
Yeah. Oh, you do? Oh, cool. Yeah. So like I think I rented that and watched it. I saw an ad for the Max in there, and from there I was like on a hunt. I think I ordered. Some. You couldn't buy it yet. They had not been released on DVD, and it hadn't aired on TV in like a long time.
Yeah.
So I think I had to download it from the internet or get a bootleg. I'd order a bootleg on eBay.
Listen, man, we had to do what we had to do back in the day to get our fix.
Yeah.
So don't judge.
It wasn't around.
Me,
right? Sorry. Yeah. No, there was no way to buy it. There was no way to buy it. I was curious, and I was 15, and I just didn't have the respect I should have for
No, listen, though, you don't even say that because in New York, even back in the day, for example, the anime films, like Fifth of the North Star, Violence Jack, Ninja Scroll, they weren't easy to get, right? So unfortunately, we had to deal with those bootleggers at cons, at conventions, mind you. Look at it, allowed to sell bootlegs of these materials because, again, how else can we get access to it when the American market, at least in that time, was ignorant to this?
Yeah. I did what I had to do. I think I might have thought it was I don't know. I really think I ordered it from eBay. Thinking it was legit, but it was fine.
My man,
I got it.
Yeah, I got the Max because I fucking needed it. I love it.
Yeah, I got it because I needed it. Yeah, and I read it all. And it just blew my mind. I loved that something could be so silly on the surface, but also have depth in these unexpected ways. And I loved the tone of it and the atmosphere. And I loved that something like that was received well.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, what an interesting medium where something like this could be received.
And it's kind of crazy. Popular. And it's kind of crazy when you think about who the character is, right? It's a homeless superhero with a social worker.
Yeah.
I mean, the concept itself, it's kind of crazy. Like, all right. So, yes, a homeless superhero, mental health issues, has a social worker. It's like, I mean, this is a superhero. He's homeless. Should he be homeless as a superhero? No, right? But hey, I mean, this is talking on some truths. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it speaks to like what happens if you actually fixate on injustice to the point where you can't keep your personal life in order. It's that can happen. Like circuits get blown out, getting too worked up about things. It's tough.
So Sidney, talk to me about then, here you are, you're a fan, right? You have a little bit of a tribe, but not really, you're the lone wolf kind of.
Yeah.
So when did you decide, okay, I want to start getting creative and maybe do something in the realm of this world? I mean, what did you do first? Or was it something that it took a while for you to do? Talk to me here.
Well, yeah, I was pretty open-minded. I hadn't been exposed to a lot of the deep cuts of really good, solid sequential art. But I definitely knew, like, I want to be able to draw like these people can draw. Because it just felt very powerful to me just to technically be able to pull that off. So that's really what kind of drove me. But yeah, I went to art school, right out of high school. I wasn't drawing as much as I should have been in high school. I wasn't motivated the way a lot of other cartoonists were at a young age. But I got that way over time, so yeah.
All right. So is this baby that you created here your first project or did you delve into this world, prior?
So I was in an anthology a long time ago. I did another book a few years ago, but it was more of like a technical experiment. I wasn't really proud of the story. I just wanted to get something on paper so that I could like execute a book and see what it was like. And wasn't that great. And I'm glad that people can't buy it anymore. It's off Comixology. And then this one, I was like, okay, so I did the goal of making a book, putting it out there. So that was a goal that I reached. Now I'm going to try to make a good book. And this is a whole other thing. And so I had these characters that I'd drawn up. One was sort of based on kind of like a nubile, fresh out of college, go-getter kind of character, and the other one was like the Sphinx cat. And I had these ideas that had been ruminating. That kind of I worked from themes outward. Right, so I approached this guy Fabrice Sapolsky with Fair Square.
Oh, I know Fabrice. Yo, that's the big homie right there. Yo, yeah. I talked to him almost every time that I see him, and when I get to see him, man, what an amazing publisher and a force for the independent community. Let me tell you.
Yes, he look. I was just transparent with him. I was like, look, I have something that I can kind of make work, but not really. I drew the first like chapter of this thing twice. It was unsuccessful. It wasn't communicating the way I needed it to. I went to Fabrice and I was like, look, I need help more than like I need mentorship. Like, and I need somebody to consult with.
Yeah, like, please guide me.
And
you know,
and he gave me.
Before we go there, you have no experience creating a comic book prior, correct?
Well, I've been in an anthology, and I went through SCAD's sequential art program. So,
all right, okay, so you have an idea how to put it together.
Yes, I had an idea, but it was all like theoretical knowledge. You know,
because theoretical, not the real shit.
yeah. It was all theory. Like, right? I hadn't applied it, and like
it's all supposed to go, but not really.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's scaring me on the process right now.
It was good. It was good theory, but like I have a message that I want to serve, and it deserves a lot of respect because I think it's important, and I wanted to make sure that I was executing this in a way that serves that message the best and most effective way possible. And I knew that left to my own devices, I would need help with that. Because a lot of this, like a lot of the ideas I had, kind of come from like almost a caustic polemical angle, and like I didn't want any trace of that in my book because I don't think that's appealing. And he was great. He really helped me out and kind of created a launching pad for me to finish this. He gave me as much of his time as he practically could.
Let me ask you, how did you meet Fabrice? Was it at a con? You walked up to him? Was it socially and you reached out to him? Are you one of those bold creators that just start reaching out, or not shy?
I don't know. I don't know if maybe I'm bold. I'm pretty like I met him at a SCAD Editors Day. They have editors come in and look at work. And like I came in with my other book and I showed it to him. And he was I don't think like from what I recall, he was like, this is okay, it's not very good. I was like, yeah, I know. And then he's like, why did you bring it then? And I was like, it was the best I could do. This is my best. My best is just not, that was the best I could do at the time. So I showed it to him to see, And I went through and I was like, I have these other ideas. And he seemed a little interested in that. And I was like, okay, well, like this guy, I think, I like this critical eye. So he was the guy that I was like, this guy's going to tell me how it is. So I kind of like kept him in my mind. And then after I fleshed out the idea a bit more, and after I tried to draw it and failed, I mean, it's not failure, but like it wasn't working the way I needed it to. I reached out to him and said, like, this is what it is. Will you help me with this? And out of the kindness of his heart, he did.
That's Fabrice, though. He's the man. And folks, you guys are wondering what we're talking about, I'm pretty sure. Let me add it to the stage, baby. This beautiful project right here. And like I love to say, right now, listen, folks, tune in real quick. We have 10 days to go. And a big old salute to those 102 backers. Yo, hats off. Bless for supporting independent comic books. But this is bugging me out. I have questions here. A $500 goal, very small, minute, but already at 2,900, baby. And guess what we're gonna do right now? We're gonna check out this trailer, and we're gonna then dive into this amazing Kickstarter that Sidney got out there. You ready, Sidney? Is that okay?
I'm good to go.
Let's do it. Woo! Music. Let's go. Oh my God, I love the coloring on that. It looks so trippy. It is fire. I am loving it. And let's get into it. Let me go back on screen over here. Boom, boom, boom. Is that Fat Layla in person there?
It is.
Oh,
yes, that's her.
Snap. So tell me the story of a little fatty.
Yeah. So we found her under a church, starving. Or really, it was my wife that found her, and then brought her home. And she thought I was going to be mad at her. I wasn't. I was really curious about the cat, and she was so cute.
Did you have
I thought she was.
Wait. So, Sidney, before you move on there, did you have a cat prior in your life at any point?
No, I'm allergic to cats.
Oh shit! So wait a minute. Oh man, wait. Because he brings you a cat to the house that you may possibly be allergic to. I was allergic to, but I understood now that there are cats with fur and cats with hair. There's two different types. But and I knew my cat at the time that I had, may she rest in peace, Autumn, my feline crusader. She had hair, not fur. So like, okay, so no wonder I wasn't allergic to her. It's weird. And the dander.
Yeah. I manage. We bathe them. We've been bathing them since they were kittens. And that makes a big difference.
She does not look like she wants to be hugged in this picture, though. She's like, get
not
off
in that picture. Yeah, she has that disposition sometimes, but there's other times where she's extremely affectionate. Yeah.
Do you also have a hairless cat?
No, I've never even pet a hairless cat. I really want to.
That would be kind of weird, right? Is that you're touching your skin on skin or something? It might feel weird. Would it feel like stubble or some shit?
Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm so curious though. I've never even held one.
Everybody, please, the next convention that Sidney will be at, please bring your hairless cat so it can be petted.
Please do.
So, all right. So let's get into this story starring Fat Layla, guest starring in the story imPURRfect by yourself. Right. I mean, you do art, you do the writing, right? Talk about the story, talk about developing the team, talk about putting together a comic, Sidney. I mean, again, this is not your first journey, right? I mean, doing your first full-fledged, not an anthology, but a full book.
It's a full book. Yeah, no, this is my first book. I wanted to, I get nervous. I have trouble promoting things. So I wanted to make sure that what I'm promoting is something I'm proud of. and not like cynically hunting IP, but something that I put my heart into that I'm proud of. And so I spent a
Sidney is
lot of
not an
time
IP
on the
farm,
story.
folks. He is here to
Yeah.
create a new product. All right.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. And and so that was my goal here. I had, I found myself pretty confused emotionally for a really long time. And I really needed some help. And along the way, I just kind of realized like one of the major issues about that stops me from moving forward and achieving things is that I feel constrained by a bunch of contradictions. I feel like constrained by them. And I made the assumption that other folks may have this same issue, right? That it's probably not just me. So I kind of made the book about, these contradictions that we all encounter that can be pretty paralyzing. But I did it within this format. It's a sci-fi sort of story about an owner and his cat.
Yep, and that owner seems to be a little dickish, as I was reading. Poor kitty. I mean, I'm on the side of the poor kitty, man. Like, wow, yo, what are you gonna have a pet for? You're gonna be a dick, and kind of what shows here. But then, Fat Layla starts showing up, and holy smokes, that mouth, bro. You are coming up with some creepy shit here, bro. I do not want to be in your head. Your nightmares must be awful, bro, because that mouth that cat has. I mean, holy shit, bro. Bro. Talk to me about even the concept. I mean, did you have a nightmare? Yo, bro, because this is crazy looking.
Yeah, I was
Hey, look at this picture here. I mean, yo, could you imagine fire-breathing cats climbing buildings and tearing the town up? Holy shit. As they lick themselves, too.
Yeah. It was that, the mouth thing. Yeah, it was like a Sarlacc pit, but more hostile. That's what I wanted. I just thought okay, I want Layla, like she has an origin in this universe that's like very different than the one in reality. But I wanted her to be totally indestructible and capable of great destruction, but also like really cute and something we can identify with, being like ravenous. So that was sort of the idea there. I tried to make it so that she's totally amoral, doesn't really serve any agenda other than chaos and destruction, but is well intentioned.
Talk to me about this art style and the color usage, because it's so vibrant, so dope, so like out there. Like, I mean, every page is bright. I mean, I'm digging that. I dig that a lot. I mean, there's no darkness to it, a la DC, Batman and shit, for example. I mean, this is a book that you see some crazy shit going on, but yet it's still bright. There's no darkness behind it. Is that intentional?
Yeah, that's intentional. Yeah, I decided with Fabrice to not use spot blacks and to render it all in the digital coloring phase, because I'm dealing with topics that are dark, and if I make the visual style dark, it might be too much for people to digest. I really wanted to make this digestible and fun, and I thought that going this route was the best way there. And I also thought that I look at Jeff Darrow's art. There's something about it.
That's what it reminds me of. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go. There you go. Yes.
So after I went to school, I became a Jeff Darrow obsessive. And I was like, that approach is like, do I have the technical drawing ability of him? Not really. But like the approach always seemed accessible to me. And for the colors, I really turned to illustration traditions to get an understanding of color theory that I would apply here, rather than like looking at other comic book colorists. So yeah, that was sort of the approach that I took. I've made a lot of bad prints in my time, so I know what colors look good on a monitor that will also print.
Gotcha.
Like I figured that out. And so I was like, let me like push this technical knowledge about what prints and what looks good on the screen. Like I want to color this book like the illustrator Tomer Hanuka, but I want to draw it sort of like Jeff Darrow.
Yeah. And folks, do you see what I mean about the mouth? Look at the mouth on this cat. Holy smokes, that shit ain't scary, yo. Could you imagine? And that's the one cat that would not like feed out the palm of my hand. Hell no. I'm good. Fat Layla, I ain't feeding you. You're gonna be skinny. You're gonna be skinny, Layla, if it was me. Yeah. Oh man, look at that. Look at that. Look at the rose on Layla there. Queen Layla. Right. Yo, what's going on here?
There she is.
Yo.
That was that's a print I made. So she's very popular on Facebook. Like 64K followers on Facebook,
What?
upwards of that.
Really?
Yeah. My wife runs that Facebook page. Yeah. So, and so like I put her in the comic as a very important role. And I wanted to entice them. So in my Kickstarter, I made a Layla Lovers pack where I include some Fat Layla art. There we go.
Yeah. I'm a cat fan, so I'm like really loving this. And I love to see my little fatty catties because they are actually adorable. Very funny to see them. Yo, oh shit, yo, Layla Pooh, what's going on here?
Yeah, I did a Bruno is the name of the cat in my book, and I just matched him up with Deadpool. Because
this looks so fire, bro. This needs to be a t-shirt.
Oh, thank you.
So right now, the way I see this, you need to put this on a yellow t-shirt.
You think so?
No other color. Got to be a yellow t-shirt.
Yeah, I was a little like, yeah. I mean, it's a character. Yeah. And that's a tribute to Bill Sienkiewicz's Demon Bear arc of
Demon Layla. That's Demon Layla right there.
That's right.
Yeah, that shit is fucking scary, bro. What are you doing to me, bro? Why do you want me to be a fucking cat for? Not cool, bro. It's fucking me.
It's Demon Bear. It's Demon Layla.
I gotta ask though, what's up with this cat's plunger on the head? What's going on with that?
The switch, yeah.
A switch.
It's a switch. Yeah, it can be flipped.
Right.
Yes. So first of all, I want the ambiguity there. I like in the other book that I did that nobody can basically access. It transforms him. It might do something like that. It might do something different in this version of things. But what I really liked was the vulnerability aspect. Like, what if that's an off switch? You know, and what if something from the outer world can just flip that switch and completely transform this cat. I like the idea of that vulnerability of like always having, what's inside affected so easily by what's outside. That was sort of the premise that I have there.
Okay, so wait a minute. Now you fuck with me because I know that cats are supposed to be kind of tied into the emotional frequencies and all. So you saying that if I flip that switch, that I could affect its emotional frequency in a way that it could act differently?
Yes, it would also either transform it, or I could just make it an off switch. Like if right. I might do that. Whatever suits the story. Yeah.
So let's get into this, folks. I mean, look, right now, as always, for $1, who needs coffee? You don't. It's expensive anyways. Like you could buy it for $1 nowadays, but support indie for $1. You don't want nothing. You just want to be kind. Listen, if you give it to the homeless guy on the train, you give it to an amazing independent creator to get their projects done. All right, donations and support. That's what that is. All right. But of course, if you want to start a digital copy of imPURRfect, we got 16 backers. A whole salute to you. Starting at $10. And how many pages are we talking here, homie?
It's 23 pages.
23 pages of digital goodness, baby, at $10. And when you want to start smelling some ink, not even, here we go, there's a high resolution and a physical. Here we get two. So you can start smelling that ink, and then you don't even have to open it if you don't want to smell it, in case you don't want to get high on the ink.
That's
you know what I mean? You could keep it in your baggie until you meet my man Sidney and get it signed. You get a PDF, $16. Wonderful. You get 2 pieces of product right there for $16. And for those fat Layla lovers, look at this package, $25. Right. What are we getting here? So everything from the previous tier, along with some fat Layla merchandise, you get a sticker, a postcard, and a print. Ooh.
That's right, yeah.
Teasing. I know those fat. Look at it, man. And people are apparently they love fat Layla very much. We already got 26 backers on that one.
Oh, yeah.
Comic lovers right there. With high-res PDF, a Bruno sticker, the Sienkiewicz tribute, the Rob Liefeld tribute. Yo, Sidney, tell me you saw the picture that Rob Liefeld took about 2 or 3 weeks ago, where he was basically posing like the Captain America drawing he did.
Yeah, I think I did see that. Yeah, that was
funny. My God, did that crack me up? I mean, at least the man knows and makes fun of himself. Like, all right, yo, you know what, Rob? You still owe me my brigade book, but I can respect you for that. All right.
Yeah, I admire his attitude. He's
Listen, when you've been in the game this long, have fun with it, and you're still getting work. You're still out there, I mean, why not, yo? And you know what? Not for nothing, he's gotten better at drawing feet when he does show them.
Yeah.
Salute to you, Rob. Please mail me my book. All right. So with that, let's get to the Act Pack, baby. Fat Layla lovers and comic lovers for $50. You got a PDF, a signed physical comic book, a 5x7 postcard, and a collab sticker. Woo, baby. So we get who's signing the book? Is it just you? Is it the whole team or what? What we getting there?
Well, I mean, it would be me. The team is me, other than the editors. So,
of course, because he's the one-man show, folks. You hear that? That's what he's trying to tell you. He wears every hat except the editorial hat because he can't correct himself. Right?
Right.
The value of editors, folks. Right. And here we go. I love these tiers. The retailer tier. We got one store. Hey, shops, what are you doing? Support indie. I need to see more than one shop in here. So talk about this tier for me, brother.
I made it as cheap as I could. I've been calling retailers. The analytics suggested that it was doing well in California and Seattle. So I've been calling retailers over there. I'm just trying to feel like, hey, would you at least look at it?
You know what I need you to do? Write this down right now, and a big salute to the shop in Bellingham, Massachusetts, Rubber Chicken Comics. They support indie. And if you're telling me 10 printed copies at $50, listen, the shop is going to make some money right here. And to support indie and have some beautiful shelf porn. Hey, who doesn't love some shelf porn? Come on now, folks. Then we go to the $85 tier. Was everything in the previous tier, a personalized 6x9 drawing of any cat or a torso shot of any superhero. So, I mean, you draw anyone or any kitty, even our own. If I wanted you to draw my little kitty, rest in peace, as a superhero, you would draw that.
I could do that, yeah.
Hey, look at that. Listen, or any super, $85. And listen, again, they do international, folks. So for my people out there in Europe, UK, you know what it is. Check it out. He's also offering this to you guys. Now look at it. Oh shit. My man is killing it with retailers. He's not offering one retailer tier, he's offering two, an even bigger one. You get 20 books for a bean. That's $100, folks. I'm using old school slang. You gotta excuse me, I'm still stuck in the 90s. All right. But $100, 20 books, yo. I think if you can't make money on this, then something's wrong with you. For real. This is a beautiful book, though. I've had the pleasure, Sidney. Thank you again for allowing me the honor of reading the book. It's a beautiful story, and the way it just runs along, and it's fun. You smile a lot throughout the book, and it's just your artistry, your storytelling, the coloring. Fuck, bro. I mean, Fabrice gave you great advice, bro. Because let me tell you, it's so vivid, and it's not something that you normally see in comic books nowadays. There's a vividness to the color that it feels like a great comic book. You just enjoy it. You eat it up. You know what I mean? Like candy, like nerds and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. That's
Some
great.
good stuff. Talk to me about this, bro. I need you to start pitching it. What is this Act Pack Supreme for $135, bro? What is this? Super pack.
It's everything, all the prints, the book, and then I also do a commission that is larger than the Act Pack Plus. Okay. So it's a commission. It's either like 11 by 17 or 14 by like 20, somewhere in that size range. Yeah.
Well, man, you're trying to get hand cramps, aren't you? You doing this? You're gonna be getting, folks. This is why you got to support indie. My man is willing to get hand cramps for you to make sure that you get some dope stuff. And look at this. He even gets bigger here. That's what she said. At 24.5 by 17. Jesus Christ, bro. I mean, what's next, bro? Are you gonna spray paint the wall for me like a graffiti artist? What's going on?
It's that's the size that all my pages are at in the book. So I've worked the same size, right? Like the pages that I physically ink are that large.
Listen, I love your disclaimer here, and I want to highlight that, and I'm going to read it out loud for you guys out there and ladies. You want beautiful art, fantastic, but so long as it's not violent against children or pets, all right? You feel me? So you go out a dope piece of art, a dope piece of figure art, but please, no violence against children or pets. Although I'll say this, bro, and I'm gonna sound mean right now, but my favorite scene in the last Rambo movie was just to see the viciousness of the enemy soldiers and how they even threw kids into a fire. I was like, okay, this movie is serious.
Yeah.
All right. Wait a minute. I've never seen kids get killed before on that level until Rambo. So I was like, all right, wait a minute.
I haven't seen that, but yeah, it's a way to
Yo, watch that last Rambo. You're gonna get triggered in 5 minutes when you watch the movie.
Well, it's I could probably see it in a movie. It's planning out, compositioning, and like drawing that. It's like I don't want to do that. Yeah.
But listen, did you see this? Look at the art here. Look at this, yo. I mean, so many things that my man. Oh, yo, this is a tattoo right there, bro. That's a tattoo. What?
I did that a few years ago.
That is, I'm in love with this piece of art right here. That's a tattoo, bro. That's a tattoo.
I'll throw you.
When did you get this in your? Oh, hell yeah, bro! A little sample of what he means by, yo, bro. I love what you're doing here. I love this.
Thanks,
I love the look. I'm digging it.
Yeah, it's I figured out. I inked this I drew and inked this very differently than my book, but this is sort of my own kind of way of doing things when I'm not trying to tell a story. I'm just like,
but I mean, there's so many other artists that listen, but I mean, there are artists that draw so different nowadays, right? You got Ed Pisker, Jim Rugg, right? For example, they all draw that in a different style. That but yeah, make the books so effing fun, right? This
Yeah, yeah,
artistry like this, where you're having fun with a character, yo, bro. Um, Marvel, I would love to see an old book of seeing Wolverine like this. This shit would be fucking fun. Yo, look at
yeah,
the main, yo, bro,
yeah. It was fun.
fire,
Yeah.
fucking. And did you see the figure that McFarlane came out with today, Lobo, with the
No.
bike and dog?
Oh no, I
Amazon
need to take a
pre-order.
look at
Yeah,
that.
get
Okay.
ready to spend some of your money on that right now because as soon as my brother sent me that, all I said was, "God damn it, I don't want to spend money on this stuff, but shit, I gotta get me this Lobo with his bike, with his hog."
Yeah.
Well, bro, your artistry is insane. This is beautiful, bro.
Thanks. Yeah, it was funny. Like after I digitally colored my book, my ability to render things in ink got improved so much, even though I hadn't done it in a long time. It was weird
Bro,
carried over.
folks, now you already saw that he has tiers where he's offering you original art, characters of your choice. You already saw two samples, Wolverine and Lobo. I mean, of course, he chose the most violent characters out of both labels of the big two. I love it. And then he got Fat Layla, which will probably kick both their ass right now.
That's right.
All right. All right. I mean, Lobo could regenerate. Wolverine, goodbye. I'm sorry. I'm digging it. But folks, once again, 10 days to go. 102 backers. Once again, salute to you. But we
Yeah,
at 2,900. You know, you already surpassed the goal. But you know, we gotta keep making it happen. Make it rain, baby, on independent.
yeah.
Listen, with 10 days to go, you know what that means? There's 2 paydays to go. So don't fuck around. I'm gonna give you no excuses of why you can't support this amazing project. You got 2 more paydays to go, folks. Some of y'all get paid on Wednesdays, and some of y'all get paid on Fridays. Yes, I'm keeping tabs. So don't give me no bullshit. All right. This way, you gotta support my man Sid right here. This amazing project, yo. I mean, again, did you see the beauty behind it? And look at Layla once again. Let me just show you. Look at that picture, yo. Layla says, "Buy my book before I scratch you up." You know, you don't want that violence in your life right now. You don't want it, right? This is awesome, bro. I am digging it, man. So, what's in store here for the future, though? This gets funded, the book gets out. Are we gonna get more stories, or what? What's popping?
Yeah, I'm going to work on this. I have issue 2 and 3 planned out, and it's just a matter
Ooh.
of like issue the second book. So they're not really issues; they're separate books, and they exist.
So one shots in a series, if you will.
It's one shots in a series. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, and the second book I'm writing it right now. Yeah, so. Yeah.
What are we looking for here, though? Overall, I mean, how many stories have we got for Layla? Is this, all these one and dones, and what are we looking? Is it just 3? Is it going to be 4? Is it 12? Is this ongoing? I mean, what are we looking for? A Garfield type cartoon? What's going on, kiddo? I want to know that.
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah. I'll break it down. So I have 3.
Let's manifest time.
I have 3 planned issues. If it does well enough, I have an arc that I would cover. Yeah. But yeah, the first 3 have to do a certain amount where I can like justify spending this level of amount of time and energy on it. So,
I hear you.
Yeah,
To tell the family, hey, this is why I'm stuck in this room right now. It's doing great.
Yeah.
Paying the mortgage.
Right. So, but yeah, that's what I have planned. In issue 2, Cat's looking for a job, and that's sort of where it starts. It gets real wild. It gets pretty grim too, actually. But yeah.
Listen, man, you're gonna make it happen. That's what it is. I mean, you already made it happen. So people are gonna get the first taste of this real soon. Then we're gonna get that second, and that third, and that fourth. Then we're gonna get a cartoon. and then, you know, all the gear and all that wonderful stuff. Well, you laughing, I see it, but I'm envisioning.
I hope so.
No.
I hope.
Hope it will happen. Let's manifest it. It's going to happen. Now, before we go, I know that the year is ending, con season is winding down. But are you going to be participating or visiting any cons where people could, you know, meet you and say hello?
That is challenging right now for like factors that I don't have control over. I can probably get around to some cons in Florida. I really just need to investigate and start doing them. I haven't really done cons yet. I haven't had anything to promote, but now I do. So yeah, I'm going to be looking into that. But I don't have anything planned right now, though.
Start tabling. 2024, baby. Start tabling.
That's what I'm going to do. That's my New Year's resolution. Yeah. I really need to. So yeah, I'll be. If you follow me on social media, I'll definitely be letting everybody know what cons I'll be going to.
Excellent. So follow on social, not just what cons, but what other podcasts you're going to be talking about. You just keep following him on this journey because my man Sidney got something here that's special. It's beautiful. He is a complete package of a creator, you know, writer, illustrator, colorist, doing it all. I mean, a salute to you because I know that's not easy, Sid, man. So, you know, blessed, bro. I wish I had half the talent you did to create some books like you're doing because, again, thank you for the pleasure of allowing me to read the book. I had a hell of a blast reading it. I think that as soon as people fund this and see what they're going to get in their hands, they're going to be absolutely happy with the end product here. Amazing, Sidney. You rock. All right?
Thank you so much.
Very last.
Yeah.
Any advice that you give to up-and-comers too, now that you're in the journey? Like, have you learned anything that you could advise people on right now?
Ooh, yeah. Just practicing patience with myself. try to be patient with yourself and try to admire things in others. And that makes the road it's painful, but a lot more tolerable.
Well, oh shit, you ain't lying, bro. And you know what? I understand that 150% for real. All right, there we go, folks. This is the amazing Sidney Davidson. You got to check out his project that's live right now on Kickstarter, imPURRfect. All right. Again, I'm showing you the link below, but guess what? It's also in the show notes. All right. So click away. Payday is coming. Don't be lying to me now. You got 2 paydays to make this happen. Help independent creators. And not just do that, but follow on social. Go visit him on Instagram at Sidney_Davidson_illustration, on X at @SDavidsonArt, and at Meta at Sid's imPURRfect art page. Look it up. Show the love, support. That's what it's at. All right, my brothers and sisters. Right. Thank you for tuning in. Sidney, you absolutely rock. You made a fan out of me, you know, because of this book. You know what I mean? I saw a piece of my kitty in it. So again, thank you. RP to my feline crusader. And with that, thank you, mi gente, for tuning in and checking out independent comics. Any last words?
Thanks for all the support, and thank you so much for the kind words, Al.
I got the Sidney always. And with that, you know what it is. Be fellow Crusaders. Tune in to comiccrusaders.com. Check out our socials at Comic Crusaders, just about everywhere. And you can check me out, The Real Almega. Hasta la próxima. Wepa! Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.com and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.